Oh, okay. Anyways, let's talk the Bad Batch premiere season 2 because pretty good actually, and the cliffhanger left us on an actual cliffhanger. So I'm gonna be getting into spoilers, and let's just talk about the premiere because I'm pretty excited. I'm sure you all are. So let's just talk about it. So before beginning the actual video, I do want to mention I'm gonna be talking about spoilers regarding the premiere of the second season of the Bad Batch. So if you haven't seen the episodes, go watch it, then come back to this video because I just want to give my review on it, and I gotta say, pretty fun. So with that being said, yeah, let's talk about it. Spoilers involved, all that good stuff. So the premiere of the second season of the Bad Batch started off pretty fun. I really like how the episode started off in like this lush tropical environment, this beach environment. You see the Bad Batch having their fun. Some of them are like fishing while the other ones are trying to do their mercenary job, trying to escape like these weird creatures. It's pretty fun. I really like how Omega looks different. She has like some new gear instead of like that Camino outfit she had in the first season of the Bad Batch. She now has like her own outfit that's more unique to her. That's pretty interesting. She also has her own unique type of weapon, and that's pretty cool, to be honest. Eventually, I'm 100% certain she's gonna get her own clone type of armor, Bad Batch type of armor. I'm really hoping she gets that towards the end of the season, but we'll have to wait and see. So I really like the whole vibe of the episode. It was pretty fun. It wasn't too chaotic, it wasn't too crazy. It was fun. It was well versed, well centered. I really like how these first 2 episodes are kind of showing the flaws of the clones, how they're slowly humanizing them, from that one mercenary trying to flirt with Tech got that Riz game, you know. But like, I really like how it's slowly humanizing some of the clones, how Omega's kind of more understanding of other people around them. She's still a kid, so she's obviously going to be influenced by people around her, and I really enjoy seeing the interaction between the other members of the Bad Batch, between Hunter and Wrecker. I really like seeing their interaction. That was pretty fun, how they were teaming up on Sereno. I really liked the interaction between Echo and Tech. That was something fun. I don't believe we've seen them interact too much. I know we didn't get a whole lot of Echo back in season 1. That was a huge complaint of people, how he didn't do a whole lot. So seeing him talk and be kind of one of the main protagonists of these first 2 episodes was pretty fun to see. I really like how he was kind of a father figure to Omega, and how he wanted to use some of the money of the war chest to eventually fund like rebellion, to eventually do more against the Empire, because he's a soldier. He knows what it's like to be captured and tortured, and he doesn't like the Empire doing that. He doesn't like feeling sidelined. These past few months that they've been doing mercenary work, he feels unsatisfied because he feels like they could be doing a lot more for the people of the galaxy, for their brothers of the galaxy who kind of feel entrapped by the Empire. He really feels like he could be doing more than just mercenary work. And I really like how at the end of the episode he eventually goes to telling Omega it's not worth it. We don't really need the money. The time will come when we can stop the Empire, so all that matters is me getting you safe. That was pretty fun, seeing Echo's tone shift from the first episode to the end of the second episode. It was pretty fun seeing him evolve like that, and seeing Tech interact with the citizen of Sereno. Basically, he was like the last living person of the city that was destroyed from Count Dooku's palace. I kind of felt bad for him, to be honest, because he's basically just an old guy. He has nothing left. He's the remaining person of the city, as the city was bombarded by the Empire. Similar to Tipoca City, he's the lone survivor. I really like his interaction between Tech. He was basically telling him that, you know, we were people before we were separatists, and it was kind of a culture shock to Tech, because it's like, oh, I never thought of it like that. Because despite him being so smart, may not be the brightest. He's good at computers, but he's not good at understanding cultures, because he was only bred for combat. All the clones know is war, and it's kind of sad, to be honest, because the clones, they're good people, but all they know is conflict. The whole escapade, the whole adventure of them going to the planet of Serenno, the former palace of Count Dooku, was pretty cool. I really like how Hunter mentioned to Omega how Count Dooku was this nefarious Jedi who betrayed the Republic and led their separatist movement. He was basically talking bad about him and saying he was this evil man who led a destructive war against the galaxy. And I keep forgetting that a lot of people aside from the Jedi, some of the politicians, and some of the clones and the 501st 212 don't really know a whole lot about Count Dooku. They don't really know about the whole Jedi business, Sith, and all that. I really like seeing a different perspective on the whole conflict, how some of the people of the Republic view Count Dooku as a traitorous Jedi, how they saw him as just this guy who betrayed the Republic and led the separatist movement. It was a pretty cool thing because we don't really get to see a whole lot of stuff. We don't really get to see viewpoints of people of the galaxy aside from the main characters. We don't see that too often, so it was pretty interesting to see how the clones were talking about him in like this negative type of way. It was really fascinating to see, and seeing how the clones who are now under the Imperials, it's kind of sad to see how they're more droid than man. They act more like droids. They talk to each other by numbers, similar to how the battle droids would talk to each other. They're like CT5566 or whatever you want to say. They're treating them as just numbers rather than people, and it's kind of sad to see how the clones are being dehumanized. They're being treated more as droids than human, and in that regard, it's pretty tragic. But the whole battle between Captain Wilcox, I believe it was the clone Captain Wilcox, pretty interesting guy. I was really hoping we'd see more of him, but tragically at the end of the episode he was killed. He was killed by that obnoxious Rampart. He's still the villain. I cannot wait till he gets killed in the end of the season. Hopefully. Overall, the whole episode was pretty fun. I generally like seeing the clones, the adventure to Serenno. That was pretty fun. All of it was pretty entertaining. The war chest interactions, everything about it, seeing what's been happening with the Empire. At least so far, we haven't had too much of an interaction with them. It's set with Rampart and how he betrayed Captain Wilcox. I think that was his name, Wilson, Wilcox, whatever you want to call it. I can't really remember his name. It was kind of sad to see that clone go, how he didn't want to falsify a report about the Bad Batch because Rampart was afraid he'd be exterminated by Wilhath Tarkin. It was just sad to see a clone just be taken out like that, to see how disposable they are in the eyes of the Empire. Sometimes being a good soldier doesn't mean following orders. Being a good soldier, and if you follow orders, doesn't always get you the right things. So we're starting to see how the clones are being viewed as disposable by the Empire, and how the normal people of the galaxy, these stormtroopers, are going to overtake the clones and the Empire. That's pretty fascinating to see, and I really cannot wait for the rest of the season. I can't wait to see what happens with the remaining Bad Batch. I cannot wait for Commander Cody to make his return. I can't wait for Captain Rex, Gregor, and to see perhaps the Clone Rebellion come into effect. I'm pretty excited for the season. I'm not too sure I'll be doing a review. I just wanted to give my thoughts on the premiere of the Bad Batch because pretty fun. I really like the Bad Batch. I might do a review about the entire series when it wraps up in a few months. So with that being said, this is my quick take on the Bad Batch, what I genuinely enjoyed on it. It was pretty fun. I give it like a 9 out of 10. Great way to start off the show, pretty strong, and I cannot wait for next week's episode. So yeah, with that being said, thank you for watching. Check out my other videos, and yeah, I'll catch you on my next one. I'll be sure to check out my anime channel if you like anime. I do a lot of anime content, so yeah, see you in my next one. Peace.